Howdy folks, welcome back to ARK Adventures, the modded series on using Annunaki Genesis amongst other things on the center map. And we're out here on our Dodo Rex because I need to collect a ton of, I need to collect 10 T-Rex arms, 10 Megalodon teeth, 10 sauropod vertebra, which is from Brontos and also from Diplos, and 10 RG claws. I've got a couple RG claws at home. And that's so that I can create the seeds to create more of these things. And I need that because I need to create the seeds to create the kibble, and because I need that to create the seeds to create something else I can't remember. But ultimately what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create the seeds to create rhino horns. And also I guess kibble seeds, because you need all of these. All of these are ingredients for the next potion that I want to create. Which is the potion that allows you to instant level a creature all the way to its maximum potential level, which is going to be pretty fun if I can get some of those crafted. But there's a lot of grinding that you have to do to get that ready to go. So we're out here on our Dodo Rex because he can swim, and in fact my tech armor allows me to select. Let me see here, Alt 9, I think.
Oxygen
boost activated, and go ahead and go right into the water. And it acts as if I've got my tank on, and I think it's my tank. I don't think I lose. No, I lose O2, but very slowly, as you see. So it's more like, I guess, a Lazarus chowder, but it gives me pretty good vision. I think it gives me better vision than this. I'm about to lose my oxygen. No, actually, that's much clearer. So, maybe I should just switch to using these. All right, I think I'll do that. I get far better vision, actually. Okay, the description said that you get good underwater vision, but I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. I've got a bunch of ichthyes and stuff following me. But what I need is sharks. I need more teeth. Anyway, I'm going to hunt down for more teeth, more T-Rex arms, and all that stuff, and I'll join you back at the base when I've got that ready to go. Hey, remember that underwater bubble thing I found near Batman Island, and I tried to get in it with my wyvern, I think? I can't remember. Couldn't get in because the flying critter couldn't get through the barrier. Well, not a problem for the Dodo Rex. He walked right on in. So we're inside this air bubble underneath the water, which is really a cool place. It's a perfectly good place to get some O2s back if you need it, but I don't get stamina back, which I do because the Dodo Rex does eat up stamina down here, so it's pretty cool. You got the rocks up there. You got the water just on the surface. It's a really cool place. Trees and everything in here. Nice. All right. Well, anyway, I'm up to 7. Or did I get even more? 8. We have 8 Megalodon teeth. And I need to get 10, and then I'll go for the rest. All right, here we go. Leaving the bubble. We're in the ocean. Oh my god, guys, the grind for this is incredible. Oh, okay, I found the RGs on the Dead Island. There's just a ton of RGs there. I found some of the T-Rexes on Dead Island. The rest of them I went all over to the volcano, because the volcano, you just go around the beach, and Rexes just spawn in front of you the whole way. So it took a long time. I had to go around the volcano 2.5 times completely before I found the rest of them. I spent a good 2 hours on Dead Island for these RGs. Don't ask me why. Megalodons, I finished swimming around after I met with you last time. Only found 1 sauropod so far, but look, I mean, all these XP potions I'm getting from killing things. Killed some dodos. I didn't have to, but I killed a bunch of apexes and prime alphas and found a couple drops. All told, since the last time I spoke to you, it's been in the real time 4.5 hours that I've been marching around this island looking for stuff. So I'm in the underworld. I know there's a lot of Brontos and sauropods here, so I'm hoping I can get the vertebrae that I need. So eventually I'm going to get 10 of each, and then I can make my stuff. All right, well, I'm here at Blue Tower. By the way, I put gates up at the 3 towers so I could move around the map a little faster. And it's time to look for some more Brontos and get those things. It would be really nice if they came from Stegos. And I don't know if I just step on a scorpion and kill it. I think so. I don't know if they ever made a change, but man, the T-Rex arms, the Megalodon teeth, all these things I'm trying to pick up. the frequency of their drops is so low. I mean, I have to kill about 20 at this rate. Like 20 T-Rexes to get one T-Rex arm. And so far I've killed about 20 Brontos and gotten one extra, well, two, I guess, sauropod vertebrae. And in this, I actually ended up accidentally killing a champion Bronto, which really made me sad. This is not a champion. Really made me sad because I had never seen one. I was convinced they were not spawning on this server. Last season or this season, I was convinced they weren't spawning on this server, but they were spawning, and found one. It was kind of in the middle of the jungle as I was roaming through the jungle looking for Brontos earlier. That was sad. Oh well. Did I get one? No. See what I mean? You have to kill so many of these things to get so little. Okay, we're back at base, and I don't have everything I need yet. We are down to, we have everything except the vertebrae, and we're down, we need 4 more. Now, what I thought, before I go out there and talk about what I'm going to do next, I wanted to tell you about this potion table. When you first place it down, it requires spark powder to run. But what I found out is that if you put 1 spark powder in there, it runs basically until you pick the table up again. I mean, I've restarted the server twice, and it's still running. So, okay. That works. I think I'm going to try to capture this guy. Where'd he go? There he is. That is a badass Gigantopithecus level 600. 600. I got him. I got him. Level 600. Wow. We gotta take him back home. Are you mad at me, Elite Dodo? Yes, you are. I'm sorry. I'm still looking for Brontos. I mean, I'm not looking for Brontos. I'm finding Brontos. I'm still looking for vertebra. It's incredible how rare those drops are. You go ahead and die, Cornell. Okay. Back to the hunt. Okay, we're back. Still don't have all of the vertebrae. But at least I'm going to release this guy. Come on over here, man. I'm going to give you... Oh, look at that. Level 900. That is the max level you can get in Annunaki Genesis. A 600 wild, 900 tamed. Oh my gosh. And I'm going to use all the experience potions on him right now. Boy, you're really hot. Oh. Well. Is Death Valley... Is there a city named... I'll have to look this up, guys. I know Death Valley is a place in California. But I was trying to do cities and towns, so I need to see if there is a Death Valley, California. There may very well be. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, don't follow me, because I'm going to get all the rest of my experience potions. I found those 2 on my last little jaunt, trying to find more vertebra. I'm almost willing to... No, I was going to say, I'm almost willing to sacrifice San Francisco, or not San Francisco, what are you? Yeah, Los Angeles, my Bronto. But knowing this game, I'd kill them and I wouldn't get a vertebra because they're so rare for some reason. Here's the vendor. I turned these off automatic, by the way, because the automatic was driving me crazy. It's a really cool concept, but it was driving me a little crazy, and I was getting some really weird behavior on the server. At one point, my entire structure just vanished. Luckily, I restored a backup that I had made, just within the hour before, but I don't know what's causing it, but I just turned that off just because, I don't know, I'm paranoia, I guess. So I don't have the max level potion yet, but I have all these experience potions, these smalls, a medium, and a bunch of tinies. So we're going to try to get this guy up as high as we can get him. For what we can get him. Let me see, first of all, what's your speed like, man? Okay, your walking speed is really slow. Your running speed is decent, so let's give you a little bit of speed with what you have. And we might as well start with the largest one. And I might also hit up with a small, just for the heck of it, because I know the medium is not going to get him there. We're going to level this guy up. Let's get a little more speed. I want to get this up to like about 100, and let's try that, 120. Walking is pretty slow. Run is decent. A little bit more, 25? Let's just kind of stay there for now, I think. Yeah, we'll stay at 125. Okay, now, lots of melee. I don't think stamina is going to be an issue. Let's look at the stamina on this. I can't look at the stamina on this guy. My HUD got bugged. My HUD got bugged by the Stargate remote. Occasionally, when you use the Stargate remote in a weird way, you double-click it or you use it when you're not in range of a gate or something, it messes up your HUD. And the only way to get it back is to log out and log back in. I didn't want to do that with him, with the ball. He was in a ball. I didn't want to do that, so I can't really look. But I don't think he's going to have a stamina issue, frankly. They don't tend to. The Gigantos don't tend to do that. Oxygen, food, don't really care. Weight. Let's leave it at 800 for now. I don't think that's going to be a problem. Let's go with a bunch of more health. Let's just use the rest of this on health. Let's get him up to easily 100,000. Let's go higher. Okay, where are we at now? Let's go 200,000. Are we going to get there? We might get there. Yeah, 200,000. All the rest on melee. Okay. Got some smalls. And a tiny. Timer's on each individual type, so you can use 2 at a time if you want, if they're of different types. Of course, it takes a while for the XP to come in. Come on, man. Give me the XP. You gave me the music. There we go. Let's get this up. I'd like to get this up pretty high. I don't have a training dummy here. That doesn't mean I can't take him to go whack on an animal and see what kind of damage I get. Do those again. And I don't have any, I don't actually have any Annunaki Genesis health boosters. I need to make some of those so I can get its health up. It's growing though. Annunaki rapidly fills health on their creatures, especially. That was it? Or is the other one not? Oh, that's max level. He's maxed out. Ooh. I wonder what kind of damage she's going to do. We need to find something. Let's go this. Oh, yeah, I like the speed. I like the speed. Can I fall into the water down here? That water probably won't protect me. Okay, we got a Diplo down here. Let's see what we can do to this Diplo. Come here, buddy. And boom. 4,544, 2 hits, not bad. Is that a, that's not a BA Giganto, I can tell. It's too small. 9,000 on the headshot. Look at that. Ouch. Nice. That's not bad. I kind of wish I'd spent a little more on melee and a little less on health. I should have probably stopped at 100,000 health, but oh well. He's still pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, we're back. I used San Francisco. Is that San Francisco? Who's the big guy? Who's the big guy? Who's the Quetzal? Who are you? San Francisco. To get the last Bronto seeds. It made a lot more sense. I could fly around. He's not as powerful, but I could fly around and see the guys as quickly as I could, and I managed to kill a couple dozen Brontos and got 4 more sauropods. So, farming seeds. I went ahead and created the Megalodon already. So let's go ahead and create the Rex seed, the Brontosaur seed, and the RG seed. And my end goal is to, if I could come back here and show you on tier 5, is to create the Rhino Horn seed because it requires, or it's required for the instant level potion. But the instant level potion, if you, oh wow, looks like the spark powder finally wore out, guys. The instant level potion, here we go, requires XP potions. Well, it requires Broth of Enlightenment, which requires is black pearls and other stuff. But the RG seed, the Bronto seed, the Rex seed, the Megalodon seed are all required there. The Kibble seed, Broodmother trophies, which I have, Dragon and Megapithecus trophies, no problem. Generic artifacts, no problem. I can go get those at will. So it's the double effect potion and the XP potion. Double effect potion require. Okay, I can make a bunch of those. Oh, I don't have any spark powder, so I'll make those later. And that's the double effect potion, and the XP potion is right here. It requires the woolly rhino horn as well, and a generic artifact. So there's a lot of these requirements. I needed to set up all of those plots. I need the kibble seed. And the kibble seed is going to be really tricky because the kibble seed requires farming seeds. Kibble is tier 5, I guess. Yeah. 10 Quetz eggs. That's going to be the killer. It also requires the RG, Bronto, Rex, and Megalodon seeds, which is why I wanted to get these 4 going. But those Quetz eggs... Quetzes, from what I understand, don't tend to lay eggs flying around, so I'm going to have to tame multiple female Quetzes and get the eggs. Now, a way to force an egg, of course, is if I get 5 or whatever, some multiple of 10 females and a male, I can force, of course, this is, San Francisco is a male, but San Francisco is a champion Quetz. I can force breed, which gives me the eggs. They're fertilized eggs, but they still work in any recipe that requires eggs. So let me grab these guys. There's actual horns I've collected. There's the talons. There's the seeds. Boom, 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 and boom. And we're going to run up, and we've got more plots. I put up 8 more plots up here. So we're going to use... I don't think we're going to use these 2 back here. This will probably be kibble and rhino horn. So we're going to use these 4 over here for the 4 that we require. RG, that's on. Did I say RG? I meant Rex. Megalodon, that's on. Sauropod, that's on. And finally RG, that's on. Okay, we're going to let those go and get the seeds. Now what we need to do is we need to tame some Quetzes. Low level's fine, I don't really care. Realistically, if I have just 1 male and 1 female, I could eventually get 10 eggs out of them quickly by breeding. I mean, the breeding timers here are like every 2 hours or so for Quetzes, I think. I'd rather have multiple females. So next we're on the hunt for Quetzies. Okay, took a while. We've got our 10 Quetzal eggs, all due to breeding. I even watched to see if they would lay eggs on their own, but they weren't laying eggs. I didn't have an Oviraptor, and they just weren't doing it. Oh, I don't have room. I don't have room. Gotta make room. Gotta make room. Let's take some of this stuff out. I got more of it down here. Do I have room now? Nope, nope, nope. Take the meat out. And take one more of those out. Yay, there we go. And I should be able to make that seed, which is the kibble seed. There it is. Kibble seed is required for some of the potions for the XP max level potion or something like that. So we definitely need to start growing some kibble. Now, next episode, sneak preview. Next episode, I built these guys, these pooptrons, while I was waiting because we're going to build these bosses. And we're going to have a little bit of fun. I need to go get some raw metal, actually. All right, let's plant this thing. Right here? Right here. Awesome. All right, guys. Thanks for sticking with me for this. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.